Hey, it's Samantha,
Kadesha.
Sandy.
and we're back with another insightful episode on the Deeper Than Tech podcast, where we talk about how to progress in your career in an industry that was not designed with us in mind. Make sure you share this podcast with a friend or a coworker. And don't forget to grab a snack because you're going to need something to eat to go along with all this tea.
How do you go about committing all functions and syntax to memory?
I don't.
Yeah, you don't. I agree with that. I think it's a repetition and eventually doing it over and over again. So a lot of people like to copy. When you're following a tutorial, a lot of people like to copy and paste. I think that's like one of the worst things you can do. I think you should physically write out every single thing because that will give you that finger memory to remember like syntax. Another good thing was I would turn off prettier if you are using like a VS Code or like an IDE and turn that off so that way you can get used to like, oh, I need two curly braces and formatting and it won't fix those small errors for you. I will get like a little text word grammar thing because I'm a really bad speller, so that was also very helpful.
I think these are all great tips. The way my boot camp was, like I they didn't really talk about copy and pasting, like the downside of doing all that. So I definitely feel like early on in your career, if you can, definitely avoid copying and pasting, like Samantha mentioned. You really want to really focus on syntax because interviewers, they definitely look out for that to see how deep and strong your technical knowledge is as one of the basics.
I agree. And don't forget that as a developer, Google is your best friend. There are so many resources on the internet. You just plug it in, especially if it's like a popular language like JavaScript or Python. There's so many resources out there for multitude of languages. So don't feel pressured to commit the syntax to memory. Just be sure that you understand what you're doing.
Yeah. I think it's more important to start building stuff and getting it out the door versus like, oh, I have to remember how to write a function perfectly because you could just Google that stuff. Even I've been in the industry for a very long time. I still Google really old, like how do you do a for loop? I still have to kind of Google that every once in a while. So just keep building stuff. I think that's more important.